Welcome back to Gear Daddy. I'm your host, Daddy Troy. Today I'm with Simon of Bloom, and he's going to tell us all about this high chair. It's called the Fresco Loft. Very stylish, well engineered. Tell me all about this product.
Yeah, this guy's a Fresco Loft, and this first mode we're looking at here is the cradle mode. And that's one of the unique things about Fresco is that it goes from newborn to 80 pounds of weight. Wow. A lot of the other high chairs in the market start at 6 months and go to about 3 years. This guy starts at newborn.
Because something special happens around 6 months.
Well, the baby's neck muscles get strong enough they can hold their head up on
Is that when it happens around 6 months?
It depends, 4, 5, 6 months.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So the cool thing about the cradle mode is that mother or father can be working in the kitchen or doing something, and baby can be up off the ground and snug and asleep here. Right. It's got a 5-point harness with it anchored here by this point here. This is a leatherette material. Yep. It actually comes in 9 different colours.
Easy to clean?
Yeah, waterproof and really easy to clean.
Great.
This guy here is a little snug. It's 100% bamboo, which we've developed for our Fresco, our Coco, and our Nano. Okay. So it's interchangeable. You can throw it into the machine, into the washing machine after that.
That's great.
The guy obviously rotates. So
if you're over here working and then you want your baby to see you over here, okay.
The one thing we would suggest then is that you put this guy on, obviously so the baby's more secure and not moving around.
Oh, okay. Right. So you turn it and then tighten it up.
Yeah, tighten in the position you want.
Okay,
right?
Great.
The next thing is the up and down, obviously. And the reason we call it Fresco Loft is it actually goes to American breakfast bar height.
Great, super. All
right, so once you've done the cradle mode, you move across to the feeding modes.
Okay.
The first feeding mode is sort of your Euro style up to the breakfast bar, up to the dinner table. You really don't need a tray. You've got, the 5-point harness, baby's completely secure. And at this point, you probably would start to use the footrest. Baby's in the first position.
Sure.
So the footrest has got actually 3 positions, so it grows with baby. Right? So one.
So both, when you changed this as well as when you change that, everything's done with one hand, really quick and easy.
Yeah, really easy. Off and on. Yeah.
Super.
Okay. The second feeding mode is this guy, which is same thing, 5-point harness, but you've got an additional safety bar here, which sort of provides a little bit of extra security and comfort for mother and baby in this position. Then you go to what I guess is a bit more traditional, is the feeding mode with trays.
Yep.
Okay, so we call it the third feeding mode. At this point, you put on what we call the mini tray. And by the way, all the plastic on that stuff is BPA free, lead free. Great. And actually, it's very high food grade plastic.
Sure.
Okay. And it's also dishwasher safe. Okay. So this guy's like a mini tray, play tray. And then we've got the sort of supersized deep lip. If anything like my little one, they've got lots of stuff going on here other than just the food.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
One of the things that parents really like is the sort of the middle recline, so that after baby's had something to eat, you just pull the trigger.
Start to sleep.
Back they go and have a bit of a snooze.
That's great. Okay. That's super.
Now the next thing is, because it is a piece of furniture, but on a tile floor or wooden floor, one of the great things is you can actually move it around.
Right.
Okay, so lower it down, close the safety latch.
Close the safety latch.
And then there are 2 wheels under the front.
That's great.
Just roll it forward.
Makes it so easy to move around.
And finally, I think you remember I said it goes to 80 pounds, which is a fair weight. Once baby gets about 2 or 3 years old, they're not going to want to use the harness anyway. So you take off the harness, and there's Velcro pieces here and here underneath to keep the seat pad on without the 5-point harness. So we get lots of pictures from Europe and other places where kids are using it as a little chair for their desk or in their room because it holds that weight of 80 pounds. So that's one of the cool things, is really going from newborn up to 80 pounds. It's an investment, but it goes over a period of time.
Right, and so Simon, you were telling me that you guys are, Bloom is a dad-based company, is that right?
It's 4 dads.
4 dads, that's great.
An Aussie, a Kiwi, a Mexican, and American.
When you guys designed this, style was pretty important, obviously, a modern...
Well, yes, we looked at the high chair category and we felt that there was room for improvement in terms of the aesthetics, so style was a big read, a big importance, but it's no good having it look good but not without any function. So I think you'd agree we've built quite a number of features in to the product as well as the look.
Sure. Well, thanks, Simon, so much. That's all this week for Gear Daddy. We'll see you next time on Gear Daddy, as well as all week long on DadLabs.com.